What's up? First off, the maintenance length and timing. The official schedule puts the maintenance around the release window, and regions will see slightly different start and end times. The important takeaway is that you shouldn't expect immediate access the second the patch note page drops. There's usually a several-hour window while servers update and content finishes decompressing. The patch includes a compensation plan for players who meet the eligibility requirements. So make sure you've created a character and unlocked your in-game mail before the cutoff if you want to receive the Astrite and other compensation items the team has promised. One practical, almost boring but vital thing: storage. This patch needs a surprising amount of temporary free space during the decompression phase. Community posts and official notes are flagging something like up to around 61 gigabytes used temporarily during the install, with a recommended permanent free space of roughly 35 to 40 gigabits on PC and around 18 gigabytes on mobile to avoid failed updates or pre-download problems. If your device is already tight on storage, clearing space before maintenance will save you the headache of watch and wait or multiple failed download attempts. Now for the fun bit: the new resonators. There are two new 5-star additions arriving across the update's phases. The first one is Aemeath, a fusion sword user, who's introduced in the initial phase alongside a couple of reruns, so you'll see the usual trio composition on the rotation. The second new resonator is Luuk Herssen, a Spectro Gauntlet user who comes in later in the version's second phase, paired with his signature gauntlet weapon. These new resonators bring distinct playstyles and kit intricacies that will shift some team building choices, and the banner schedule is split across phase windows, so plan your polls if you're targeting either of them. Speaking of banners and weapons, the update will also introduce their signature weapons on the Weapon Convene banners. You can expect items like the Everbright Polestar and Daybreaker's Spine to appear as top-tier drops tied to the new resonators, while reruns and companion weapons populate the rest of the rotation. The banner cadence looks roughly like a 2 to 3 week run per phase, based on recent patterning, though exact timing can vary by region, so double-check the in-game banner timers before you spend. Story-wise, this patch expands the main narrative with new quest chapters and at least one new explorable area themed around the wintry Roya Frostlands. More quests, more lore beats, and new environmental puzzles that blend into the game's existing exploration systems. There are also fresh echo sets and sonata effects coming with the update, which means more customization for how resonators interact with damage types and team synergies. Expect new limited-time events themed to the update as well, which usually include event currencies, login rewards, and small challenges that reward cosmetic items and materials. Quality of life improvements and bug fixes are part of this release too. The official notes and community summaries mention a raft of fixes for known issues, optimization tweaks for smoother performance in certain areas, and some UI polish so menus and crafting flows feel a bit tighter. The devs typically list the specifics in the official patch notes. The compensation mentioned earlier will reflect any maintenance overruns, so check your mailbox in-game after maintenance concludes to claim it if you meet the eligibility window. There were also livestream previews and developer commentaries leading up to the drop, where snippets about event mechanics, new cosmetics, and limited-time giveaway codes were revealed. Those streams sometimes hand out redeem codes or drop hints about upcoming content, so keeping an eye on the official socials around the patch window is worth it if you enjoy snagging the small freebies. The community quickly parses the preview to talk about resonator mechanics, best weapon pairings, and early theory craft for team comps, so expect a flurry of guides and spreadsheets from creators after the patch lands. For the update itself, aside from the fresh characters and new areas, you'll notice assorted event content, time-limited cosmetics, and some new motorbike skins. Yes, there's a handful of purely visual items rolling in that let you flex a little while you're exploring the map. There are also adjustments to drop tables and materials in some domains, so if you're farming for Ascension stuff or specific crafting mats, check the patch breakdown so you don't go in blind. Community-run resources and databases will update fast, so use them to confirm farming routes after the patch is live. On the compensation front, the devs set clear eligibility rules. Make sure your account has at least one created character and you've accessed the mail system before the announced cutoff if you want the Astrite and other patch-related compensations. There's usually a claim window that remains open until the next version update, but it's safest to check and claim items as soon as you can. Alright, that's the core of what's in this update: why the maintenance matters, what to clear off your device, and what fresh toys and story beats you can expect to play with once everything's live. Keep an eye on the in-game notices and the official channels for the exact banner timers and any late-breaking fixes the devs post if maintenance runs long, and enjoy exploring the new content once it's available.